Hello, this is YLAM here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Pedco UltraPod Grip. This is a tripod that is really light and portable. I've been using it for the last few months, and it is by far my favorite tripod for vlogging. So I went ahead and opened up the back of this particular case because it can be quite annoying to get these out. But this is what you get in the case. Down here, you get the instructions, which, I mean, to use this particular tripod, there's really nothing you really need to know. You can figure it out yourself. But this is the tripod right here. I have a ruler. So it measures right about under 7 inches or just a little bit over 7 inches. And for the height, I would say, let's do it this way. I would say just about 3 inches in height if you were measuring like this. So it's very compact. On the packaging itself, it says right here that it weighs 3.2 ounces. So it's a very light tripod. And this is actually very important because when I'm actually out using this, I'm actually carrying more than one of them. On it, there is this Velcro in which you can use it to tie it to trees or poles. This is actually very useful for certain examples that I can show you, which is probably mounting a camera with a GoPro on top and then putting it on a pole or a tree. I wouldn't do it with a DSLR, but it is very useful. I can show you an example of that here in a second. So if you unstrap this all the way, and this is actually some very sticky Velcro, which is what I've learned. You can go ahead and remove or spread out the two remaining legs that are hidden underneath, and it becomes the tripod that you see right in front of you. I've been using this tripod for quite a few months now, and I just don't have one, but I actually have 3 with me. So the first example I'm going to show using this particular tripod is to use it for my vlogging setup. So this is a Fuji X-T20. It's a very small mirrorless DSLR that I find it to be the best vlogging camera because of the size. But because I have such a compact vlogging camera, I needed a tripod that would fit the compactness so that I can keep everything nice and small. And this UltraPod is really doing a good job. So when I have the legs splayed out like this, what I can do is I can easily put it on the table and then record myself talking into it. You've seen that a lot if you've been following this channel. It's a very nice portable way of just getting some good headshots and then talking into the camera. But immediately what I can do very quickly is fold up the legs like this, and then I can hold it, and now it's a walking vlogging camera for me. And what's really nice about this, and it's one of the reasons why I chose this particular brand, is with this textured grip, it makes it so that it's very solid in the hands. I don't feel like it's a slippery surface everywhere. So it's very firm, and I know I have control of the camera as I'm moving around, because the last thing you want to do is be holding it and then all of a sudden, you know, it's slipping out of your hands. You don't really want your expensive vlogging camera to be tumbling out of your hands. So it's great. Really, the second reason why it's great is this joint right here. In most of the mini tripods you usually only have one joint, but in this particular one you have 2 joints. You have the upper one and you have the lower one, and this is really good because what you can do is you can have this splayed out towards you, so it gives you a little bit more extension when you're grabbing it, you know, and when you're vlogging with it, you want the lens to be as far away from your face as possible because you really need that distance. This joint will allow you that extension, but the upper joint will allow you to move the DSLR in any direction you want. Most of the mini tripods will only have one joint, and what happens is that if you want the tripod leg to be extended towards you, it limits where you can angle the camera up top because this joint's already taking up a large portion of its moving surface. So having this double joint and also having that increased distance is very useful when you're vlogging. It's one of the things that I find to be a great design choice. Now, that is to say, this isn't the perfect vlogging camera for everybody, right? Some people might not like the double joint because it does take a while to get used to. Once you loosen this bottom joint, everything moves around and people might not like the looseness of it, that you can easily move around. So you're going to have to figure out how best to use it for your practical purposes. But I find that you can very quickly figure out how you want to do it, how you want to present it, and then very quickly you can move to a sit down position and vlog yourself. It's great. Also, for my purposes, when I break this down to something that's gonna fit into my bag, this is kind of the position that I have it in. It's very light and it's very compact. So I'm gonna really quickly show you how I just stuff it into my bag and why I like this particular tripod for its current size. This right here is my Maxpedition, I guess, side bag that I use to carry my vlogging camera. And it's great because it's nice and compact. I can, put it in my car, forget about it. But the second I want my vlogging camera, it's a small enough bag to where I almost always have it with me. It's very lightweight and it's just something that's very easy to carry around in daily life. So I go ahead, I take my vlogging setup right here, and I can literally just stuff it in. Now I usually take out this microphone cable because that is a weak spot in almost all, mirrorless cameras and DSLRs. So I take this out, and then what I'm able to do is I can just stuff it in there. Boom, I'm on the go, And it's one of these bags where nobody really thinks there's a camera in there. They probably think it's just, daily stuff, notepads or whatnot. So it's inconspicuous. I can quickly open it up, grab my vlogging camera out of the bag, and then vlog for like 10 to 15 minutes, and then I put it back in and I'm off on my way. So having a compact tripod that just fits right in already on the camera, there is no setup. I literally just grab it out and then I can plug in the microphone and I'm ready to go. I mean, that is extremely useful to me. Another thing that I do like about this is that it's made of plastic. I really don't like for vlogging purposes, I don't like a metal tripod because I'm really compacting it down. So I don't want the metal to be scraping against like my lens or anything else I stuff in there, because when I'm vlogging, I'm moving very quickly. I'm stuffing things in and out, and I just don't want to have like hard edge metal surfaces that'll scratch things. I'd rather have this nice textured rubber that it's light on the materials, and something that can really compact down really small so that I can have it ready to go at any time. Now the second use case that I have for this particular mini tripod is to use it as a GoPro mount, and in this particular case I really have a good use for the strap. You'll notice that on my vlogging setup I don't have the strap on. That's because I want access to the splayed legs as quickly as I can, because it's something that I use often, whereas on the tripod with the GoPro, I don't very seldomly use it as a vlogging tripod. Instead, what I'm doing is I'm using this Velcro and I'm usually wrapping around a pole or a fence or something, and I'm trying to take some either time lapses, or I'm just trying to take a quick, B-roll footage that I can use to move in between, scenes in my vlogs. So it's a very useful strap to be able to have and to be able to wrap it around objects. This is actually, this particular one is actually broken. So let me go ahead and bring this up right now. And this is the only con that I don't like about it, is that the actual the actual piece where you tighten the two joints, I don't find it to be really durable. During CES 2018, I actually broke this one. This tripod was actually on my vlogging camera, and during I think the second day, I over tightened this, and now this one doesn't want to tighten or loosen anymore. This is the reason why I bought the new one and why I'm making a video of it. Since I already have a new one on the way, I figured I'd make a video, and I'm going to replace this one with it. There is another minor gripe that I have about this tripod, but it's really not that big of a deal, but I figured I'd bring it up, especially if anybody actually purchases one of these tripods, and that is the screw thread that goes on the bottom of your camera or onto a mount like a GoPro or another mount for your phone. They aren't it's not the best thread. I mean, sometimes you really have to crank on it to really get it into the adapters. So I don't know. I own 4 of these now, so I have, you know, a variety to talk from. And 2 of these work really well. One of them is kind of meh, and then like one of them is like, you know, it doesn't seem like it was very good quality. So this is something for you to keep an eye out for. If you buy one, if you find one that doesn't work, I would just return it and get another one. But something to note, if you find one that you don't like, these I don't find to be of really great quality. And let's go ahead and talk about the pricing for this tripod. You can find these tripods pretty much in any camera store on Amazon, and they retail for about $20. And that's, you know, decent value. I wouldn't call it excellent value. It would be excellent value if I knew the quality of this thread is good 100% of the time, and this is significantly more durable, because I have broken one of these in, you know, less than 3 months, you know, so you got to take that into consideration. I would probably call this excellent value if it was like $10 to $15, but at $20, I really can't complain too much. I mean, I own 3 of them, so definitely one of my favorite portable tripods that I use, and I carry multiples with me at all times so that when I'm vlogging, I can have multiple cameras set up all over the place, and they're recording, and I can really make some good vlogs from different perspectives. So definitely a nice tripod to have with you. Try them out and see if you like them. Let me know the results. Would love to hear from you. Or let me know if you have another tripod that you think is better than this one. I would probably at least check it out, and if it looks good enough, I would definitely try it. That's all I have. If you have any questions, please leave it in comments below. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.